One Piece, chapter 1053. Oda, let me rephrase that. Oda don't miss when it comes to these chapters. Hey everyone, it's your boy G, coming for another One Piece chapter review. And if you haven't read One Piece chapter 1053, I suggest you pause this video, but leave a like and go read that, because boy, let me tell you something, Oda don't miss. So let's get right into the review. All right, y'all, just a little heads up, there is no cover pages this week. There was no cover pages with the German, but we do get some advertisement, full color cover pages of the ads of One Piece Film Red and the new game One Piece Odyssey, and it's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, I love this color spread. I love how OT looks. The Odyssey one looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to talk about that in another video. But what can I say? No German episode yet, so that's pretty much it for the cover pages. But to get into the chapter starts off with the Gorosei mad. They are upset. Well, we only get to see one of them being upset. It's the one with the mustache that looks like that Russian dude. He's upset because the bounties are being released through the public. And in the chapter, he does say we gotta reprint them because they're trying to cover up what happened. They're trying to lowball everyone's bounty and everything else. He even says we gotta cover up the name D. So what does that really mean? I guess the public doesn't really know about one of the D's. But the news crew, the Morgans, they're already spreading out the whole information fast as shit. Because the Morgans, they're journalists. They're already, posting everything about it. They're dropping newspaper after newspaper in island after island, letting the people know what is going on at Wano. And we get to see a little bit of that too, that people are reading the news and they're like freaking out what's happening. But I think when we come back after this break, we're gonna see a big ass cover spread of everyone from the respective islands that's cool with the Straw Hats reading what happened at Wano, and they're gonna give us the best reaction. I promise you, the best reaction. I'm talking about people from the east, I'm talking about people from the west, I'm talking about Zeph. That's gonna be a dope chapter. Back at Wano, everyone is celebrating for the Freedom Festival. Yes, so right now everyone's just celebrating. You know how Straw Hats do it. They come to an island, they liberate them, we have a big ass party. It's nothing new, but it seems like this one's pretty cool because they hit the whole the Japanese festival aspect. Even Chopper saying he never been to one. Everything's free, everyone's having fun, the drinking, the eating, everything's free. You see, I'm not gonna lie, I love One Piece, but stuff like this, chapters like this, when everyone gets to party out, is one of my favorite chapters to read because it's just so joyful. And the way how Oda draws everything like being cooled down, and it's just like, everyone relaxing, everyone's hanging out. That's kind of like one of my favorite things about One Piece, when they do stuff like that. And since that Momo is the new shogun of Wano, that's pretty cool. He's the first thing he's doing is everyone's gaining a piece of equality, everyone's being liberated. He's showing that everyone in Wano is actually safe now by throwing this festival. But we cut that to Robin being underneath a castle looking at some little Hina dolls, and she bumps into Tango, and he's talking about how this was his old prison when he used to be over here, revealing that he is Kozuki Oden's father, aka Momonosuke's grandfather. This was a leak that I read a few days ago, and I didn't want to believe it, but this is actually pretty interesting, knowing that Tango is Momonosuke's grandfather. And it gives like an extra layer of character to him, knowing that why he had the sword, the cursed sword and everything. And after him revealing himself to Robin, he also reveals that Pluton, the deadly weapon Pluton, is also in Wano, but he doesn't know where it's at. He also refers to Alabaster's polyglyphs and saying that. So going back to Alabaster, we all knew deep down that polyglyph had some information, but Robin didn't say anything to Crocodile for a lot of reasons, because Crocodile was looking for Pluton, and knowing that Pluton is in Wano somewhere is kind of crazy. What does this mean though? Does this mean that the Straw Hats are gonna find Pluton? I honestly don't think they're gonna go look for it, because one, there's no need for them to go look for it, because one, Frankie already knows the schematics of Pluton, like front, back, everything. And I'm pretty sure with the new technology now, I'm pretty sure Frankie could make a better Pluton if you wanted to. Other than that, Tango tells Robin not to reveal his identity to Momonosuke or the people. He does feel ashamed for what happened those about 20 years ago when Oden Orochi came through and took over everything. So I feel for the guy. He's kind of giving me the vibes of the king from Dressrosa. But I hopefully he does let Momonosuke know that's him. But maybe he's just gonna be like Daimyo at some point. Back up in the festival, we see Kid's crew trying to find Kid. They're talking about how he ran off. He looked at his bounty. So the bounty leaks that I did, I'm gonna talk about him right in a bit, but Kid saw his bounty and then he took off. We finding out that Luffy, Law, and Kid's bounty are all the same, capping at 3 billion berries. Now let me talk about my video. So I dropped a video not too long ago talking about these bounty leaks, and I talk about how Kid and Law's bounty leaks were gonna be about 3 billion. I believe Kid's was 3.20 billion and Law's was 3.35 billion. And then I talked about Luffy's being 5.6 billion. Now, it's interesting because one, I wasn't wrong about Kid and Law's. I was kind of like a little bit up, but Luffy was kind of higher. I honestly thought Luffy was gonna be the highest. And knowing that them three are actually like equal playing field level, that's pretty interesting. That tells us that now that, you know, they all awakened those devil fruits, they all have equal value at the bounty. It just tells me that we're gonna see a little bit more of Kid and Law a little bit later on in this final saga. But when are we gonna see Kid and Law again? Because I think after this we're not gonna see him for a little bit. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see him halfway through the final saga, because, you know, just a reminder, Kid and Law are rivals of Luffy at the end of the day. Kid more than Law, obviously. And then we cut to the outskirts of Wano, where we finally see what Green Bull looks like. Now, I'm not gonna put up a picture of what Green Bull looks like because I want you guys to see it yourselves, but man, was not looking what I expected. I kind of, the silhouette we got back in Reverie, I thought Green Bull was gonna look kind of crazy looking, like how you typically draws a One Piece character, like a little cartoony. That's what I'm trying to say. But seeing Green Bull like this, I like this design. Oda's keeping the same design with each admirals, and it's kind of interesting because then it's like, who breeding these people? Who breeding them? They're being built different. But Green Bull is wrecking shit as we speak. When we cut to him, he's killing Kaido's crew. We get to see that his devil fruit controls vines, and these vines are wrapping around King and Queen, and they're sucking the life force out of them. It looks like they're gonna die. Honestly, I hope that they don't die, especially King being a Lumerian. I really want to see more Lumerian lore later on, but I hope to God King does not die. Queen looks crazy because he's literally sucking all the fat from him. While doing that, he does look at Luffy's bounty, and he's talking about how he also talked about taking out Luffy and how Sakasuki's gonna give him an Otter Boy. So it seems that Green Bull is trying to be more favorable towards Sakasuki with that Otter Boy. It's an old term that in the 1940s is like a good job, you know. Towards the end of the chapter, Luffy's thanking everyone from the pirate, ninja, samurai, the Kid, Law alliance. Everyone's having fun, and here comes Kid running down trying to kill Luffy. Luffy grabs him and he's just like, come on Kid, let's drink up, we're having fun. See, that's what I love about Luffy. He loves to have parties. And Kid is telling him, I'm not gonna do this, I'm trying to kill you. He pulls out the newspaper, he's like, have you not seen this? And it reveals the new Yonkos. Now, who are the Yonkos? Let me tell you, the new Yonkos are Monkey D. Luffy, Red D. Shanks, Marshall D. Teach, and Bug D. Clown. They're all D's. Now I'm joking about that, but we don't know. You know, Red D. Shanks, Bug D. Clown, but no, Buggy, Luffy, Shanks, and Blackbeard are all Yonkos. Now, what the fuck did Buggy do to become a Yonko? Who did he kill? I don't know. When Oda made Buggy, he gave him his charisma to the max. That luck charm is beyond maxed out. You see how Buggy is going to react being a Yonko, because whoo, man, Buggy, a Yonko? Buggy, my main man? You talking about Buggy from Locktown? Man, if you would have traveled back in time and told me that this dude right here is gonna be a Yonko, and you explained to me what a Yonko is, I would have looked at you sideways. But I'm proud of him, honestly. I can't wait to see how these chapters come out, and that's pretty much what we got from this chapter. That was pretty much the end of it. They show who the Yonkos were. We got 3 bounties from everyone else, which was Luffy, Law, and Kid. I was kind of right on Kid and Law. Luffy, I guess I overballed it on the leak. So what are my thoughts? 1, this chapter was great. Oh, and by the way, we're on break now, so we have a whole month to speculate what's gonna happen next. Have fun with that, right? I think this chapter was great. We got a lot of reviews, we got a lot of explanation, we got a lot of plot going on, and we got a lot of questions, and that's what One Piece is about, questions. Now, knowing that Pluton's in Wano, Green Bull's in Wano, Tango was Kazuki Oden's father, Luffy being a Yonko, well, we all knew he was gonna be a Yonko. He was already a Yonko, but we already knew he was Yonko-ish. Buggy being a Yonko, still need to figure out how that happened. The new bounties, and what's gonna happen next. Now, personally, I've heard a theory that Green Bull is gonna let Luffy and the gang go, the same way how Fujitora let Luffy and the gang go when he saved Dressrosa. Now, I feel like that could happen because they're saying that Green Bull's from Wano. I could see that happening for a lot of reasons, because if he's a citizen of Wano, he's gonna let him go for like thanking him for saving his country. But then that leaves the question, is like, why didn't you come out here and save the country if you were from Wano? But if that happens, if Green Bull lets Luffy and everyone go, I just know Sakatsuki is gonna be so pissed off, because he's like, why is every time I send someone to get y'all y'all always let them go? Aokiji let him go. Kizaru didn't let him go. They were saved from Kizaru. Fujitora let him go, and now Green Bull. That's gonna be a crazy thing to talk about if that happens. Also, one of my favorite things about the chapter, and it was wholesome as fuck, is having Kinemon reuniting with his wife finally, because in the beginning of Wano, he does see that his wife is still alive and helping the cause, but he told everyone he's not gonna go meet her until this is all over. And seeing that they're both finally together really brings joy to my heart, knowing that, you know, Kinemon has been through so much, and I'm glad he finally got to see his wife. But what do you guys think of this chapter? Do you guys liked it? I personally liked it. 1053, probably Goda's greatest chapter so far. And what do you guys think of Wano? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more One Piece content. Until the next time, peace.